Hi, my name is Frederick D. Jones Jr. I was born March 31st, 1983, in Louisville, Kentucky. As a boy, all I can remember is starting off at school, in elementary school, at Wilkinson Elementary School in the second grade. I didn't know how to do any of the work, so I guess um, I had a high IQ level, is where they got that reading for to put me in the second grade. Although I wasn't taught much by my mom when I was younger, I mostly played Nintendo. I hear I wasn't supposed to be taught anything because of my skill level and my capabilities. Anyhow, I was knocked back to the first grade because I didn't know how to do my ABCs. I count to 10. I learned quickly and fell in love with this white redhead girl. I believe her name was Chelsea, and I'll disclose her name later, her last name. I think it was Chelsea Curl. This was my first love. I couldn't stop looking at her. I was in school. As I fell in love, I was amazed at her beauty as a child. Well, I moved from the projects in Louisville, Kentucky. The project was called Southwick. I moved over to New Albany to the White Court, aka Parkview Projects, or whatnot. I went to Little Enemy Elementary School, and I went back to kindergarten from the first grade. It was required when you moved from Kentucky because Kentucky was behind in their grades or whatnot. So they was behind. Then I went back to the second grade again. From kindergarten to the second grade to catch back up with the other kids. Then I moved to Jefferson Gardens in New Albany, but a different school district what I was in. So I met the redhead again, it's Chelsea Curl again, and I fell in love with her again, as many girls. And this one girl named Christy Rain, she chewed up this turkey sandwich. I went in her mouth. She dared me to eat it, and I only did it for popularity, even though I knew it was kind of gross. But she took the food out of her mouth, and I put it in my mouth, and I chewed it up and ate it. So they say now we have a physical connection. I went to her house several times and stuff like that, or whatnot. I was good with her parents, or whatnot. I played basketball in the sixth grade or whatnot, and I became a star. I started off in the fifth grade or when I playing basketball, so I didn't know how to really play the game when I was in the sixth grade, but I was a star, and I learned pretty quickly. I've always been a fast learner or whatnot. I started playing basketball on the playground or whatnot. In the sixth grade, I played on the school team, though. We won a championship. I was a high scorer or whatnot. I averaged about 10 points a game or whatnot, and I was lead rebounder too or whatnot. I became a starter in basketball, and I hit the game-winning free throws in the championship. We also won a championship, so I'm a championship um, player or whatnot and starter or whatnot, and I averaged 10 points a game again. Um, I wasn't that smart in elementary school, but when I hit junior high level, I became an AB student at Scribner Junior High or whatnot. I also became a star football player, running back, as well as basketball, and the best runner. Actually, I was second best runner, the second fastest, a short distance runner in the school in my class or whatnot. There was one in a higher class, a higher grade than me, an eighth grader. Beat me, whatnot. His name was Ryan Grace or whatnot. But I was second. I was best in long jump, though as well. Um, as well. As a teenager, I couldn't buy a date or whatnot. This gave me a low self-esteem or whatnot, and I felt broke as being from the projects. So I started working at Arby's on State Street in New Albany at age 14. I was so good in the summer that they started TJ Cinnamon's a gourmet cinnamon roll stand, and I started the gourmet cinnamon roll stands or whatnot. Um, and stuff like that. But they didn't give me very much advancement. They didn't pay me what I was worth. I was underpaid most of my life in most of my jobs. I worked many jobs, but I required many skills or whatnot. In school, I was going for the core 40, so I was at a higher level. That's an average, whatnot, it says, but it's a higher. It's right underneath the academic honors. It's better than a regular diploma, so it's weighted courses, just like the academic honors. I even took airspace science. I didn't graduate from New Albany High School because I was expelled. Someone stole something from one of my friend's cars, and I threatened him or whatnot for it because my friend was a prep and he was a gangster or whatnot, which I was in a gang too when I was younger too. The Bloods or whatnot, which it was white people in this area in New Albany, Indiana or whatnot. It's the Bloods and mostly vice lords or whatnot. But anyway, they was kind of scared of him or whatnot. So I attempted to get the stuff back, and I threatened him in the school parking lot in Prosser, and his girlfriend got scared, and she wrote a 4-page letter to the principal and got me kicked out. I hear I wasn't supposed to be kicked out because I hear I'm king and queen of all people or whatnot. But that's on that. But so I was expelled, and I entered the workforce at full time. And I was homeschooled the rest of the way. I went to college at Capella University, where my GPA was a 1.5 on a weighted scale. But my financial aid required a 2.0 GPA, so I didn't get to finish the course. So I have 12 credits though, 6 in critical public safety and 6 in English composition or whatnot, which teaches you a lot or whatnot, which I've been studying it for 12 years or whatnot. Um, I was raising children and drinking is part of the reason why I had such a low GPA. Even though I had, the problem is I had it thought out so brilliantly when I was drinking and smoking, and I was so high my thoughts accelerate when I drink and smoke, a little bit different as I'm abnormal as well. But it usually fuels me negativism. So my thoughts was racing when I was right there, and then I didn't do my homework assignment until I was tired and I was sort of hungover, and then I didn't score as high. I didn't remember what all I had in my head. I didn't write it down or anything. I went like brain dead or whatnot. But it was brilliant what I wrote down. I was forced on medicine that affected my mind, and my baby mamas and my mom always tried to force me on medicine and whatnot as my statute of limitation was violated. As I came into power, I outranked the mayor of St. Joseph County, is what I heard, and then I got beat up by the police and wrongfully locked up and brought up on a whole bunch of charges that I didn't do. You can see the police report at St. Joseph County Police Department. It even says I'm innocent of when I had the knife backhandled, but they still charged me with criminal recklessness or whatnot. But anyway, I got 12 credits, and I had 12 credits in criminal justice and a lot of gospel. I fell in love with my baby mama's sister, which the story is in the Bible. My baby mama's name is Laquana Shea McKinney, and the other one is named Laquisha McKinney Jackson. Olaha and Olabaha in the Bible and Ezekiel scripture or whatnot. Now, our stories are just like the Bible or whatnot, but I was going to change this, and I was going to exceed the Bible because I was going to overcome the weaknesses and stuff that we did that time, and I was going to defeat the scripture or whatnot because I was going to get them this time and not give them up or whatnot. I guess the police seen that too, so they wanted to do interference. So interference is against the United States Code of Conduct, so I do have a statute of limitation or whatnot. As there are women who committed whoredom or whatnot in Ezekiel scripture. As I was locked up wrongfully, a man looked like the Prince of Egypt. He gave me books on how to meditate and mark pages in the Bible and